Welcome back to Behind the Mind. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most fascinating and misunderstood dynamics in human attraction: why women start chasing you the moment you finally stop caring. It sounds paradoxical, right? You care deeply, you give attention, you try to show effort, and she seems distant. But the moment you detach, suddenly she's texting, calling, missing you, and wanting to see you again. Let's break down the psychology behind this phenomenon, layer by layer. First, you need to understand that human attraction thrives on emotional tension. When someone knows they have your full attention, there's no mystery left. No tension, no chase. The brain releases less dopamine because everything is predictable. But when you pull away, something changes in her subconscious. Suddenly, there's uncertainty, a gap, and the female brain is wired to fill gaps in connection. She starts wondering what went wrong, why you stopped showing up, and what you might be thinking. This triggers the reward system, the same system responsible for craving, curiosity, and desire. When you stop caring, you interrupt her emotional pattern. The attention and validation she used to get from you stop flowing, and that absence creates psychological scarcity. Scarcity increases value, and suddenly, you're no longer the one seeking. You've become the prize. Now, let's go deeper. When a man overinvests emotionally, he unknowingly creates imbalance. She feels she can predict your every move, your every reaction. There's no polarity, no mystery, no masculine tension. But when you shift your focus back to yourself, your growth, your goals, your peace, you reclaim your emotional power. You communicate silently that your world doesn't revolve around her. And that's when she feels the shift. The truth is, attraction isn't built in comfort. It's built in uncertainty. When she feels like she's losing something she once had complete access to, her mind starts running stories. Did he meet someone? Why is he distant? Was I wrong to pull back? This anxiety makes her chase because now you are the one who represents emotional resolution. It's not manipulation. It's how human psychology naturally operates under the laws of balance and value perception. There's also something deeper: energy alignment. When you stop caring, you stop giving off needy energy. Neediness is repulsive because it signals emotional imbalance, a person seeking validation instead of giving it. But detachment radiates strength. It says, I'm fine either way. That's the essence of masculine energy: self-control, direction, and emotional independence. And women are deeply drawn to that stability, especially when they realize it's slipping away. However, let's be clear. Not caring doesn't mean being cold, rude, or dismissive. It means detaching your self-worth from her reactions. It means understanding that your happiness isn't tied to whether she stays or leaves. It means showing love or interest only when it's reciprocated, not begging for it. When she notices that, she begins to reevaluate you. The version of you that once seemed predictable now becomes mysterious. The attention that used to be constant is now rare, and what's rare is valuable. She starts remembering the moment she felt desired, seen, and safe with you. And her emotions replay those memories, amplifying her desire to have that connection again. You see, emotional detachment acts like a mirror. It forces the other person to see their own behavior without you saying a word. When you stop chasing, she's left with her own silence, her own distance, and her own uncertainty. And many times, that's enough to make her chase what she once took for granted. But here's the key. This only works if your detachment is genuine. If you're pretending to be detached while constantly checking your phone, wondering if she'll text, your energy still screams attached. True detachment comes when you've accepted that the outcome doesn't define your peace. You focus on yourself, not as a tactic, but as a lifestyle. You start doing the things you neglected, working out, socializing, learning, building. You remind yourself that your life was full before she came along, and it will still be full if she's gone. That energy shift is magnetic. You become unpredictable again, and unpredictability reignites attraction because now instead of chasing, you're leading, and that's what draws feminine energy in. When she sees you unbothered, confident, living your life with purpose, something clicks. She realizes she's no longer in control of your emotions, and that loss of control triggers pursuit. So the next time you feel the urge to chase someone who's pulling away, stop. Redirect that energy into yourself. Let her feel your absence. Let her wonder what changed. Because when you finally stop caring, she'll feel the difference in your energy, and that's when she'll start chasing the version of you she once overlooked. Remember, detachment isn't about ego, it's about balance. It's about remembering your value, your peace, and your power. The more you focus on yourself, the more naturally people are drawn to your energy. Because confidence isn't loud, it's silent. And that silence, that calm indifference, is often louder than words. So take this as your reminder. Stop forcing connections. Let go of what isn't reciprocated. And you'll see that the moment you do, everything that's meant for you will find its way back effortlessly. Thanks for watching. If you found this insightful, don't forget to like and subscribe to Behind the Mind for more deep psychological breakdowns about human behavior and relationships.